This feels a little bit like getting that bicycle you really wanted for your 11-year-old Christmas, except you're getting it when you're 18. So Marvel has finally made the first concrete move towards a Black Widow solo movie by hiring a screenwriter for it. Before I get into my thoughts on this, quick little bit of housekeeping. So I have now got the Patreon up and running, and I have sat down and actually figured out a schedule for how things are going to look for this channel for actually the next few months. Now, a more detailed version of what I'm planning, that is on the Patreon and is Patreon exclusive. But here's a few broad strokes that I kind of want everyone to know for some things that I am now setting in stone, so you can kind of set your expectations for scheduling. Doctor Who, gonna be weekly, gonna be on Sundays. Every Sunday, Doctor Who video. Black Mirror reviews, that's gonna be Wednesday. Every Wednesday, new Black Mirror review. You know, until I finish out the whole thing. Other than that, stuff bumps around, you know, shifts, and things may continue to change as things go on. But those are the two things I'm locking in right now. Wanted everyone to know that. But that's enough. Marvel making a Black Widow movie. Hooray! Took you dang time, didn't it? The thing is, I say hooray, I'm kind of annoyed and irritated with Marvel at this point. And especially the timing of this announcement doesn't do them any favors, because as I said, they've hired a screenwriter named Jack Schaefer. Despite the name Jack, it is in fact a woman. I don't think she's had anything actually filmed at this point, but she has a script on the blacklist, so she's been writing for a while and getting a script on the blacklist, which, if you don't know, is a collection of the best unproduced screenplays. One of her works was already snatched up by Natalie Portman and is being worked on, and getting something on the blacklist is a pretty solid benchmark for someone who hasn't had a film produced yet. So honestly, that's a decent sign. I like that they hired a woman to write it. And anyone can write anything, but I think it's probably a smart thing to get a female perspective in this thing as early as possible, so that you know that it's there and you're not having to look at something that a team of guys have been working on for months or a year and going, are we sure we've got the right perspective on this? Like, get it in there at the beginning and then adjust as you go, however you need to. But like I said, the timing on this is, I don't want to say it's suspect, but it's unfortunate, because it was only a couple days ago that there was a trailer for a movie called Red Sparrow. Now, I don't know how widespread the viewing of this trailer was. It's a movie starring Jennifer Lawrence, which I know a lot of people, especially in geek circles, don't really like her. They kind of hold her portrayal of Mystique against her as an actress, it seems like. But look, if you haven't seen this trailer already, go look at, just search Red Sparrow trailer. I'll probably actually put a link in the description. Check it out, come on back, and you'll probably see what I mean. I'll wait. Seen it? Okay, cool. Looked like a Black Widow origin movie, didn't it? Like, incredibly so. So you really do feel like, Marvel, you waited too long. You should have moved on this a long time ago, aside from the fact that there was no reason not to move on this a lot sooner. There truly was no good reason not to be working on a Black Widow movie way before this, but now you look reactive. Now it looks like the only reason you're moving forward is because somebody else came up and basically ate your lunch. Or, you know, they will if the movie's any good. I bet you right now Disney is really crossing his fingers, hoping to God Red Sparrow is not good. But even if it isn't, and it doesn't stick in the public consciousness, it's still gonna taint the idea of getting a Black Widow origin movie, because it's going to be covering that same ground. So unless it completely dies at the box office, Red Sparrow may have completely kneecapped any hopes at a Black Widow origin. Now, that's not to say we couldn't get some hints of an origin. You could tell a story of her more modern day. You could do, you know, before we've seen her, but not necessarily origin, if you were to do, say, how she first came into S.H.I.E.L.D. Things like that could work. We could get little flashes of way back, but they're now going to have to keep an eye on this movie and basically build around not copying it. And that is unfortunate, and I would be more sympathetic, like I said, if they hadn't waited so dang long. Disney, Marvel, you guys waited so long. This is your fault. There is no one to blame but yourself. The public was ready. We wanted, the fans, we wanted a Black Widow movie. You didn't give it to us. Now there's a movie that looks really dead set like a Black Widow origin movie, and it came in to fill the void because you weren't doing anything. I don't have a ton of thoughts about what I think they should or shouldn't do. I'm just really irritated at the situation, more so because it shouldn't have happened. There is absolutely no reason this ever should have been the case, and we found ourselves with Black Widow having to do something other than and again, I'm not saying they had to ever do an origin movie, but now that's basically just been cleared off the plate because somebody else came in and did it. In some ways, it almost felt like Atomic Blonde could have been a Black Widow movie, but this one, more than anything, the Red Sparrow, oh god, yeah, it does. All that bitching aside, I am looking forward to this because I think that the Marvel Cinematic Universe could use a pure espionage movie. And they could have done it with Black Widow. They could have done it with Nick Fury. And honestly, I would have been fine with either as far as filling that particular niche. I think they should be making a Black Widow movie, even if they did do a Nick Fury solo movie. But, you know, you've got S.H.I.E.L.D. And I know we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a TV show, but that is very much steeped in the supernatural, superhero, super technology aspects. I want to see Marvel's version of a down and dirty espionage movie. Give me a MacGuffin. Give me, you know, has to sneak into an enemy facility during a big gala ball to recover a data disk. Like, give me that. Give me the Marvel version of that. That's what I want. And that's what Black Widow is friggin' perfect for. So if I get over my just frustration that Marvel took this long to do it, I am excited about this. Like I said, at this point, I don't know if I want Red Sparrow to be any good or not. I'm sure Disney doesn't want it to be any good, but I look at that trailer and go, this looks like a movie I want to see. I wish I was seeing it with Black Widow, but like, if it's successful, is that gonna kneecap, you know, what Black Widow could be? If it fails, is that better for Black Widow? Is it worse because will they see it as proof that audiences don't want it? I don't know. I don't like my expectations of a Black Widow movie now being tied to something else. And unfortunately right now, they just kind of are. So those are my thoughts on the announcement that Black Widow, at the very least, has a screenwriter attached. This is way early days, you know, there's no director, whatever script gets written, it still has to be greenlit. There's a long way to go, but it's the first concrete step beyond just people at Marvel going, yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? It's about time. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Whatever they are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Do all the stuff, like, subscribe, Twitter, email, my Patreon. You know, if you're feeling generous, links for all that stuff, it's all down below. And until next time, this council is adjourned.